Dad kind of did everything by example and work. Everything that we did, he'd bring me along ever since I was a real little kid. And we used to feed cattle with an open-top Jeep, and so basically kind of started out with that when I was like probably 4 or 5 years old. And then just always hung out with him, and we did everything. He was kind of a self-made guy, so everything that he did himself. He didn't outsource anything. As far as the ranch is concerned, he worked on there since he was a little kid too. My grandpa owned all of this at that time, and then he took over this. When my grandpa passed away, he took over this part of the ranch. He loved the ranch more than anything at all. You know, anything had to do with the ranch, that was what he wanted to do. He wanted to make sure it stayed in the family, made sure that it was good and it was working. The cattle and everything was a big concern of his. The horses were a big part. I had my own horse and Mom had hers, and we liked to go out and ride all the time. If we rounded up cattle or anything, then we'd use the horses and he'd use his four-wheeler. Dad outfitted and guided most of his life. He always would guide and hunt. He loved to hunt, and he'd outfit. Originally we had started out with a bunch of sheep, and then Grandpa said, you know, I got to have some cattle to stay alive. so we had some cattle and everything, but Dad worked mostly with the sheep and the cattle. And then when we got cattle, he went all in with that.
Sweet Wyoming.